YouTube that you subscribed and everybody on the remaining social networks. It's Star King and welcome back to, for what has been like a month-long hiatus, a live reaction. Today is One Piece Chapter 957 Ultimate. And sorry I lost the two last ones, but they came out early and that kind of screwed my schedule, so I wasn't able to make it. But recap from the last one, main points. Sabo is not dead, Vivi's not dead, Cobra is probably dead, Blackbeard is either after the Mermer no Mi, depending on what the news said, or attempt to recruit Shishibukai, former Shishibukai, either Buggy or Weevil, or preferably both. Then, let's see, what else? The Shishibukai. Well, Buggy's probably gonna make it. Weevil is not in any real danger. May whatever god there is in the One Piece will have mercy on whoever is stupid enough to go and try and take Mihawk in. And Bull is probably fine. Her Devil Fruit has enough AoE to wipe everybody out. So, with that said, on to Chapter 957 Ultimate. There's Shadow the Hedgehog joke somewhere, but I really can't find it right now. Anyway, okay, so cover page, we have the Straw Hats having fun in the water. Alright, New World Marine HQ. As the day of the raid draws closer on the other side. Oh? You must be satisfied, Issue. The abolition of the Seven Wars system was your goal after all. We never saw eye to eye on it, but the kings of the world have spoken. Interesting. Damn! Seriously? Issue took a beating! Anyway. You just think that the whole world were necessary despite all the sacrifices that we had to make for their sake? It must be because you never personally suffered under them. Sakazuki. Anyway, let's just put our fate in the SSG going forward. What? The power balance of the world will surely tip in our favor. Anyway, it could also tip against us. Appropriately, in Wano, Big On and Kaido have formed an alliance. What? Yeah. Does that mean the rocks have returned? Stop talking like there's some kind of legend. This is reality we're facing here. For this to have happened when we were already so busy, what a disaster. You think? Okay. Do we ever have a light? So, yeah. Everybody in Marine HQ is certainly justified in their absolute panic right now. This would be like, what? Real world parallels. The Soviet Union and the... Yeah, actually, yeah. Soviet Union and China aligned to try and take over the world at just before the Soviet Union started to decline. So basically, that's the reward parallel to this. Anyway, back to the story. And it just had to be knowable times. Well, the report stated the alliance only tentative at this stage. There hasn't been any damage done yet, but have no idea what they're planning, and we have no countermeasures prepared either. In truth, we know almost nothing about the ordinary rocks pirates, so yeah, interesting. Big Man and Kaido have been fighting like cats and dogs for years. No one could have foreseen this. Very few Marines are familiar with the name rocks nowadays. Many years ago, on the pirate island's Beehive, you mean Blackbeard's current HQ? Of course. It's all coming together. Many significant individuals came together to seek a quick path to fame and fortune. That meaning went to formation of the Rock Pirates. They were a very violent group killing both friend and foe alike. It's him recruiting Whitebeard, Big Mom. Kind of. Really? So Whitebeard was also part. Let me get this straight. Somebody was ordering Whitebeard around. That's terrifying. In their youth, they were led by Captain Rocks. What? Including those three used to sail on the same... indeed, those three used to sail on the same ship. Unbelievable. Many others who sailed under the rocks also eventually made name for themselves, such as Gononai Shikis, the Silver Axe, Captain Jones, and Anchoko. Anchoko, known as Wang Xin in China, was a Chinese pirate lord in the 16th century. Alright, fair enough. Are you seriously? Then how come all this isn't common knowledge? Well, one reason is that most of the members couldn't stand each other. So they downplayed their exploits as a group. Oh, that's kind of funny. The Captain Rocks strive to become the king of the world. They were basically a terrorist group who bearing their fame as better thanks to the word government. Interesting. So, the previous version of the revolutionaries. So the government covered up their actions, which is another reason, but back then their names were known throughout the world. 38 years ago, a fatal incident occurred, at the place known as God Valley. On that day, the Rocks, the strongest pirate crew in the world, perished on that island. The incident was big news. It was Garp, makes sense. Their summer wave rampage, we trampled all over its wake, was final crashed by a marine, Vice Admiral Garp. After the incident, Garp's name registered across the world, and that is now how he became known as Hero of the Marines. Yeah, makes sense. So, that's what happens. Vice Admiral Garp has many active areas on his belt. However, he doesn't like tackling this one in particular. Huh? Why? He acknowledged it if you ask him about it, but Big Mom and kind though. So let's keep going from bad to worst. The big reason why is because he allied with a pirate during that battle. Oh, you don't say. Although that part was never reported. A pirate? There was another reason though. He had to protect the Celestial Dragons during that mission. Huh? The Celestial Dragons were involved? Well, that is interesting. Wait, isn't our duty as Marines to serve the Celestial Dragons? Is this a morality never allowed him to believe that? The main reason Garp always rejected the title of Admiral is because it would have made him direct subordinate of the Celestial Dragons. Makes sense. Got sent of justice for what we've seen. He called them scumbags, so what do you expect? His popularity and achievements are probably the one reason why they haven't disposed of him for his attitude. Garp and Roger encountered each other on the island and teamed up to defeat her. Really? So, Garp and Roger. It took Garp and the future King of Pirates to take those monsters down. Makes sense. And teamed up to defeat the Rocks Pirates, all in order to protect the Celestial Dragons and their slaves, during what is known as the God Valley Incident. You fought alongside the Pirate King? What's roll call? The Celestial Dragons, Roger, and the Rocks. What exactly was on that... Oh, I never heard this place. Buster Call, gotcha. The island of God Valley is no longer drawn on the maps of this world. The truth of the matter is that after the God Valley incident, it disappeared without a trace. An island that the world government wanted to hide was wiped from the history books. Do you really want to know more about that island? Rock's ambition was to become king of the world. Meaning, he was involved with many of this world's taboo subjects. So it's Raptor. That's why there isn't much information on the Rock Pirates anymore. However, I'm sure that those memories are lying dormant in the mind of the more veteran Marines. Even though it's all in the past, it seems unbelievable that there was a man capable of leading 3 of the 4 emperors. He was probably Roger's first and most formidable rival. He may have been known throughout the world as Rox, but he was a D, because of course he was a D. Rox, but his certain name was Rox D. Expet. Expec? A type of sailing ships. Okay, fair enough. He may no longer be amongst us, but he's one of the few edition deeds that have appeared from time to time. Funny, it took 2 Ds to take out this D. Watch through that Kaido and Big Mom were part of the same crew in the past. They are much stronger than they were 38 years ago. If they have truly formed an alliance, then it may win to formation of the worst pride crew in the world. Bennu, what are the current... We're finally gonna see the Yonko's Bounties! Oh yes! What are the current parents? Ah yes. I was just working on updating the bounties. Of those who have been the studies into war. Oh! Okay, also important, but hey. Have been stripped of their status as warlords. So, we may have as well reviewed those bounties as well. First, the man who became an emperor 1 year ago, Blackbeard. So, as a result of his attack on Imperial Down 2 years ago, he was able to recruit very powerful subordinates. Stare. So, Denimushi stared with one eye and project with the other. Interesting. So, he's the current ruler of the Pirate Island Beehive. His influence is constantly expanding, and he's slowly overtaking Whitebeard as a force to be reckoned with. The Admiral of the Blackbeard Pirates, Master D. Tidge, bounty 2,147,600,000 berry. Next, the Emperor we should discuss is this man. He was first recognized as an emperor 6 years ago. Really? And is the youngest of the 4. Wait, the frack? His subordinates trust him greatly. His detectives are big names. Beckham. Yeah, it's Shanks. Wait. Wasn't there some information that Shanks was already Yonko when he visited Wolfie? I mean, he was just an OP badass pirate, not formal Yonko, if there's such a thing. Anyway, boasting the highest bounty across the board, they are a well-balanced, impregnable crew. The captain of the red-haired pirates, red-haired Shanks, 4,048,900,000. And yeah, the Marines, who probably already know all this, are still perfectly justified cropping themselves at the current distance. Moving on, we have the Natropon Destroyer, who is said to have wiped out a village on the island Giant's Elfpass when she was a mere child. Refusing to trust anyone other than her own bloodline, she founded the country of Totland. Rule over it with her 85 children. She's the queen of the Kingdom of Sweets. The captain of England Pirates, Charlotte Linley. Bounty 4,388,000,000. Wait, how much was Shanks again? Oh, actually Shanks is lower. Interesting. But yeah, looks like Blackbeard notwithstanding, all the Yonko bounties are over 4 billion. Damn! So yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of belly. A lot of berry. What a mullah! And last but not least is this man. Although he was only a piece when he was on the Rocks Pirates, he was able to rally many infamous powers to his banner thanks to his sheer strength and became an emperor in the process. The Governor General of the Beast Pirates, Kyle the Beast, bounty 4,611,100,000 berry. How disorienting, you think? Here on out, we can no longer use the 7 warlords as a weapon against the 4 emperors. We'll have to see how the SSG source. Oh, what is the SSG? Preliminary Special Forces performs. Before we can determine whether the removal of the position of these poison from our ranks was a wise decision, on a related note, these were the bounties of the legends of the previous era. The Count of the Whitebeard Pirates, Edward Newgate, bounty 5,046 million. And the Captain of the Roger Pirates, that's the Pirate King Goldie Roger, bounty 5,564,800,000. Damn! No single pirate has ever surpassed the bounty of these two. However, if Pigman and Kaido alliance comes to fruition, their combined bounties will exceed them both. You think? They are currently in Wano, a country that is unfamiliar with the word government. They are... Bam. Oh, it's Akatsuki. Oh, free time on Akatsuki. We're leaving Wano alone. Oh? You don't have the resources to divert their Shinkusam? Of course I had no intention of interfering. I only wanted to pass my knowledge to this new generation of Marines. Even pirates are capable of developing relationships with one another. Their actions always been a motive. There's always have a motive behind them. One cannot hope to predict the future when they are ignorant of the past. Speaking of which, there was a pirate in one of that Whitebeard, Roger, and Redhead favored. Was there? Do you mean Kazuki Oden? Used to be a division commander in Whitebeard's ship. Because of course he was. Eventually, he was poached by the Roger pirates and accompanied the Pirate Kings on his final voyage. His current situation couldn't possibly have anything to do with Oden, could it? Oh, it doesn't seem like Wano is a common factor in all these big shots. It's a bit too much of a coincidence, don't you think, Sakazuki? What exactly is going on with Wano and Oden? Wait, what? Go back. Huh? You mean Kazuki Oden? Yeah, used to be a division on Whitebeard's ship, yada yada yada. Accompanying him for borders. Situation could possibly have been anything to do with Oden. Oh, right, they talking about the whole future thingy, but Oden's dead, so doesn't really matter. So yeah, it seems Sengoku is alluding to some interesting things, but the main point of this chapter, besides the backstory of the Rock Pirates, is bounties. We now know all the bounties of the emperors, all of them, even Roger's. So yeah. Also, what the fuck are the SSGs? I think that's the thing that Vagaboond's supposed to be working on. Maybe the new version, the new generation pacifistas? Who knows? But still. So, interesting. Whitebeard here, obviously, is the lower one. Shanks, actually... There were rumors that Shanks had the highest bounty of the 4 Yonko, but no. He's actually the lowest. He was actually the lowest of the previous generation. Interesting. But still, Blackbeard notwithstanding, for rather obvious reasons, he just became a Yonko recently, they're all over 4 billion. That's moronic. And again, Whitebeard and Rogers, they're over 5 billion. Just a moronic. And, well, we still don't know what Dragon's bounty is, but for what they say, nobody has ever went over 5 billion, so maybe Dragons is the 5 billion strat. Well, this was quite a chapter, if I just say so myself. Quite the information dump. Man, I'm loving this interlude between the one acts. Anyway, people, that's gonna be it for today. I hope this is excited. Until next time, forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell. You know the drill. So, till then, I'll see you around. Ta-ta!